In the last episode of the winter motorcycle adventure, met up with 4 other riders, rode down to Gulf Coast of Florida, overnighted, and that next morning we got up and headed down the Gulf Coast of Florida towards our final destination, the HangCon hammock convention. So we got up early the next morning, probably earlier than anybody wanted to, and left this little family spot we have right on the edge of the state park here. It's a pretty little area, and got rolling down the coast. You're lucky enough to get a nice ride in on a beautiful day down along the coast through Apalachicola, and enjoyed some of the beachfront scenery. Certainly slower going this route, but probably more enjoyable for everyone, since we weren't just riding in the freezing wind, we were riding in the sun and enjoying some of the beauty, and made it to a beach stop. And I figured it was probably time to introduce you to the criminals that rode along with me that day, and introduce them individually on the beach.
You're not going to believe this, but I escaped from Huntsville prison on Saturday, stole a motorcycle, rode through Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, came down here to Florida so I can go to Mexico Beach.
I have no idea why I'm here. This guy made me dress in weird clothes and told me I had to come out here, and he just escaped prison. I'm not sure.
I don't know what the hell those two guys are talking about. We're going to a My Little Pony conference, and that's it.
This lady right here, I just met on the side of the road riding motorcycles. She came up to ride with me.
And for some reason, they're all following me down to South Florida.
So we continued on down the coast until the coast disappeared. And unfortunately, we had to drive down some 4-lane to get to Sertoma, a camp right outside of Brooksville, Florida. And we were banished to the primitive camping area and the alligators and the snakes. But this was a really cool spot for all the motorcycle folks, because we were separated. The savages were separated from the civilized people. Well, all except the ground-dwelling savages that came with us. But this was a really cool spot, and a perfect spot for hammock campers, because we don't really need flat ground, even though we had a few savages with us. But yeah, a couple of old friends already here, and a few people from YouTube that showed up. And there's Carl setting up his rig, his experimental hammock rig, and I was able to show several people my lay flat, and Gary was able to show his lay flat too.
Yeah, these are just fleece, but they're a little puffier than that. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so nice. Have you tried it yet?
I did. I got in it.
You got in it.
I haven't gotten in this
You
one.
need to get in it. We're gonna get you in a hammock. So we're gonna walk up and jump into Carl's. We're gonna make him get out of his.
Yeah. You know, you get in it and you're going like, I don't think this is going to hold me. But then when you're laying it, you're going like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
And I've slept in a hammock twice in my life, but they were just old banana hammocks. And about 45 minutes, it's like, I can't sleep like this. I've broken my back.
Okay.
Impressions.
Oh man. Well, I got a lot more arm room than yours, so there's a lot more lateral room. It feels comfy right off the bat.
Would you sleep better, you think, in this than it was?
Let's try a side thing. Well, I think I would sleep better in this than a tent on the ground, which I've done a lot of. But it's the setting them up which is daunting right now.
Yeah, he got a little frustrated last night.
Yeah, I was ready to call it quits. It was like, I brought it. That's all I've got, so I'm going to bring it up, and I'm going to. Don come by and he goes, "Oh, you got your tarp up? Just go to the ground." It's like, dude, I spent $320. I'm going to set this damn thing up if it takes me all night. You know.
I knew that thing was going to get set up as soon as you said that. I said, no,
I mean, it might have been 2 o'clock in the morning, but I was like, by God, I'm going to get it set up. And then once I did and got into it, I mean, there again, we'd been riding all day and I was tired, but once I got into it, it was so comfortable. You know, especially when I'm a side sleeper, and it's like, it's just, I can sleep on my side for longer periods before my body starts kind of getting numb. Right, and it's just so easy. You just plop right back over on your back for a second, and then you roll back over, and the whole thing kind of rolls with you. So it makes it easier to roll. So,
Carl, your open house is about a minute and a half away. Get your dildos out of the way.
But it is comfy. I can't complain about it. It's an awesome thing. And that was after watching Don's videos. We suffer from the same thing. It's like once we get down, we can't get back up. And he was camping at Possum Kingdom, and he had an Alpine. We've got the same tent. He's got a 2-man, I've got a 1-man. And it's you go, man, I got to get in the tent. And you're going like, oh man, I got to get down. You know, and you're just, you unzip it, and then you crawl in, you get in, and you kind of set up. And then the next morning, it's like, oh God, I got to get out. And that's what was killing me. You climb out, you're on your hands and knees, and
like a child.
Yes.
Like an old crippled child.
You know, you're looking for somebody who's like, please let somebody walk by so they can help me up.
Yeah, see, the getting down is not the issue. It's always the getting up part.
I've slept on the ground and I can't get up.
But it's like, to me, after last night, it was $320 well spent. I know that.
That's a good feeling.
So,
even if it burns to the ground, sometimes I'll go on that.
Yeah, if it burns to the ground, I'm going to order another one.
Let's go check out Carl's.
So we spun around and rolled up the hill to check out Carl's Amazon rig. And Carl is not a hammock camper. He's an avid hiker and camper, but he's a tent camper, and that is his tent on the other side of the blue tent behind this rig here. But he's going to give us a quick review of his Amazon rig here, and pay attention.
East Hills Outdoors.
Are you on the phone?
I am. They're good. Go ahead.
No, I'm just filming up these guys. This guy down here is on the ground.
Oh yeah.
This guy's shopping. He's got a hammock already, but he's shopping.
Yep.
They both sat in mine. We talked about the goods and the bads. And what do you got in yours? You got all in.
About 150.
Yeah.
That's for the skirt. I mean, it comes with the quilt, tarp, bug net, double hammock.
So you said you could almost lay flat in this. Show us.
Oh, with this, sure. I mean, with the pad in it. I mean, that's my side sleeper. What happened last night? I had this actually.
Your legs are elevated a good bit.
Yeah, they are.
It just doesn't bother
But I
you.
ended up pulling myself up, you know.
Yeah.
But I actually laid the other way.
Yeah, it's a little higher.
Yeah, I laid this way last night. I was just sitting down here talking to her because I was taking a picture of the bikes. So yeah. But I like having my feet up like this. I wouldn't sleep like this, but it's super comfortable hanging out and talking.
Well, I mean, it's always super comfortable. Any hammock is super comfortable if you're laying on your back.
And waking up and not being on the ground. Right. It's so much easier to do this. Oh, let me pull myself up and flip my legs around. I can grab my boots. I mean, this is the first time I've ever hammock camped. And it's definitely a game changer. The tent, or the hammock itself is good. It looks like this is delaminating.
You're talking about the tarp.
Brand new, the tarp, yeah. The rain fly, whatever you want to call it.
This is brand
just
new.
The seam tape. Yeah, it looks like it's just delaminated at the edge.
Yeah, so
I know, that's what I was saying. It's
so
like
maybe this is not the tarp for everybody.
Not the tarp for everybody, for sure.
But I can see that your underquilt popped loose.
Yeah, because I broke it.
Last night?
Yep. No, I broke it before it ever got used. Trying to set it up. This snap. So yeah, East Hills Outdoors may not be the one you want to go with. but hammocks in general.
Cheaper is not always better. That's kind of my message.
That's right.
Next time, we'll show you a few celebrities that showed up and talk more about some of the gadgets that we found and some of the interesting people and things that we saw. Lots more to come, so stay tuned. See you then.
Something just like a hang glider extension, something.
A
to put
gliding,
my legs,
yeah.
you know.
So something to hold your feet up off the ground, but you got to take your feet out. You got to take your feet out of it to keep the momentum going, right? Unless you had a little motorized rocking system.
Or core strength.